Hello, hello, and once again we say good evening to you. How are you all doing now?
Yoo-hoo! Great.
Oh, all right. Then once again, we thank you for extending the opportunity to us to co-create this new reality together. And we ask you now, in which ways can we be of assistance to you at this moment with your questions, with your curiosities, and your desire to expand? Please share, and we will do the best to answer in the way that we can.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. Been having a very challenging couple of months in my relationship. And,
All right.
any insights, words, feel called to share with me this evening?
All right. What kind of relationship?
My my partner.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And what exactly do you find so challenging about it? Is it some conflict, or is it a lack of communication?
I would frame it as she has a lot of stressors in her life right now.
Yes.
Some that began before I entered, and she's feeling the weight of that, and then it transfers on me, and at times I am unable to hold the supportive space that I'd like to, and I break down.
So we have two sorts of answers. The first is such that you are, in a way, allowing yourself to be a sponge for her energy. You are receiving all of it and taking it on as your own. And you have the power to allow yourself to be connected to higher angelic support, higher support from other different sorts of spirits that you have an alliance with, that you have not yet realized consciously. And as you connect with these levels and allow that emotional energy that feels like it is coming towards you to go through you and out through your channel, this channel of light you have discovered today in some ways, to go to them, it will transmute itself and it will no longer accumulate in your own body. You can also have this sort of connection by sending the energy down to the earth, to different levels of support from the elemental realm and from the earth itself. Now, the other answer we have is such that you always attract exactly your own energetic match. And so while the emotions that you are taking on from her are not yours, your point of attraction is bringing them towards you in a way. So this sort of a vibration of being the helper, the rescuer, the healer, the support system for another, in some way or another, is a pattern that you have developed. And as you come to really define what it means to support another, understand the ways that you can and the ways that you attempt to support people, yet actually are not supporting them, are actually simply enabling them to continue the same loop, you will stop attracting this. And to stop attracting this may mean your partner changes, and it may mean that no longer these sorts of circumstances come to you.
Thank you.
Yes, is there anything else we can clarify about these ideas?
No, that was helpful. Thank you.
All right, you are very welcome. We thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
My boyfriend Carter is going through a really hard time
Yes.
with his company, with his mental health, with his
All right.
confidence. And I'm wondering what he needs the most to get through this challenging time and how I can be of the most help.
Well, again, this is expanding upon this idea, so we thank you for your synchronicity here. So, to support another simply means to be, in a way, authentic to yourself. When you go out of the way for another person, more of the time than not, you are not allowing them the full capacity they have to discover what is true for them and what is not. So, in a way, he is vacillating between many choices. There are many layers and levels of conditioning that tell him to move in one direction and to perform in some specific way. Yet, really, there's a deeper soul desire that he has to express some of these opportunities in a different way than he is expressing them. And the perceived challenge is such that he is not in that way being completely authentic to himself. So the best way that you can support him is by holding that vibrational resonance of what it means to truly be authentic to yourself. And that will allow for him to choose the ways in which he can be more authentic to himself. You can reflect to him, yet you cannot, in a way, advise him. You can allow him to have that emotional expression that allows him to release this pent-up energy and, in a way, reflect what you are seeing without insisting that he behaves in any specific way, because when you insist that the other performs and does something, even when you know it is the very best thing for them and you are right, your insistence, in a way, is not helping them actually get there. Instead, it is reinforcing a pattern of resistance within them and within yourself. Does that help you a bit?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yes, our thanks to you. Can we clarify this in any way?
No.
All right. Something more you would like to share with us at this time?
I have a question.
Yes.
I feel like I've been blocked on my path for the past weeks.
All right.
I'm stopping myself from growing, stopping myself from learning,
Yes.
and now I'm kind of confused to how to break this blockage.
Well, we'll put it in the most simple way, because the language of your physical reality is action. What actions do you desire to do that you are not doing?
I don't know. That's the second part of my question.
All right.
What is the best action to take to break this blockage?
What brings you to feel the greatest degree of love, of passion, of all the things that you could do and do?
Wow. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm lost there, yes.
All right, well, let's examine a typical day, maybe even yesterday. Out of all of the moments that you experienced yesterday, which moment did you feel the greatest love, the greatest passion and excitement?
In sharing with others.
And so are you doing more of that? Are you prioritizing that?
No.
All right. Well, why not?
Feeling limitations of what I have to share.
You do not believe that what you have to share is enough?
No.
Well, why not?
It's a good question. Because I feel kind of broken.
Yes.
Like I have to put myself more together before I can be enough for others.
That perception is one that is based in this linear time space. The truth is that the potential of completion is always with you, and all of the sorts of moments you consider the future are happening right here and now. So if you can imagine a potential, if you can imagine a version of yourself that you may be 5, 10, 20 years from now, in another lifetime even, that same energy is present within you here and now. It may not be realized in that sense, in your present reality, though only by celebrating it within yourself as that potential and enjoying that potential, appreciating that potential, expressing that potential, does it become your next time frame, so to speak. Do you understand?
Yes.
So when you see who you would like to be, know that that is who you already are. And you choose if you energize that timeline and if you allow it to come quicker or slower. Now, this idea of being whole, oh, that was a bit of an issue.
Let me help you there.
All right, thank you. So, let us continue. This idea of being whole. You are whole already, as you are. And you are also fragmented in this way, as the suppressed emotional energies that go to subconscious levels create fractures between one aspect of yourself and another aspect of yourself. Yet, these fractures that you may see and you may experience as sort of inner conflicts, you could say, are really manifestations of your choice to be incarnated in this physical vessel. And from fragmenting and becoming many different soul components, soul fragments, and coming back together, you gain a greater ability to appreciate the experience of completion itself. Now, in another way, there are many different mini versions of you inside, many different sorts of personas or masks that you can wear to express yourself in a different way. And this is another way that you are not one, but you are many. Yet, this way allows you to change, to adapt to the world around you, to find the way to meet your physical reality at that moment in the highest and most exciting way you wish. So, each and every one of these mini me's inside of you is a complete expression of you. And what each one of those versions of you contains and holds within is what all of you contains and holds within. So you can use this understanding to know that while there may be seeming contradictions between different parts of yourself, you can understand that each one of those parts of yourself is your whole self in some way. And you can hold space for that part of yourself to express through you fully. And it will bring you to experience more completion. You live in a reality that is based upon the principles of paradox. So when one thing is true, the opposite is also true. You may feel broken, yet you are also always complete. And even those of you who are the most complete in some sense are still broken in other senses. So do not fixate upon one polarity ever. Always allow yourself to know that if you experience one thing as low, there must be a high. If you experience one thing as empty, there must be a full. Never allow yourself to be so limited in your focus to not see the dance of opposites that allows you to expand in this wondrous way. Can you play with that?
Yes, I can.
Can we expand upon that in any way for you at this time?
No.
And how are you feeling now?
I feel
Do you
like-
have a better idea of what is exciting for you?
Yes, I do.
And are you seeing yourself as complete and worthy of experiencing that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what you have to bring to the table?
Yes.
All right, then we are very excited for you.
Thank you.
Our thanks to you, yes.
I have another question if nobody else does.
All right.
Okay. Since I was a child, I've developed a very strong emotional wall to mask the fact that I did not feel fully accepted in all of my parts as a child. And so now I'm feeling the absence of a lot of emotions in situations where I would prefer to feel more.
Yes.
So my question is, what can I do to, in every moment, be accessing my full range of feelings?
The first degree would be to bring awareness to the numbness, to the wall. Where do you feel the wall within your body? Where do you feel a degree of numbness or